We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Play action. It's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here we go. Burrow on play action. Being chased out left. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here we go. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. Touchdown! Foster Moreau, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Crusaders take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Hurts. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow steps away to his left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here we go. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And some space here. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Foster Moreau with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Crusaders have moved out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hurts to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Hurts. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Burrow looking to pass. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. He's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Again, Jackson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now Burrow on first down. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And all the way in for the touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Crusaders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts, eluding the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with, 35 seconds until the break. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Burrow will throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. Anthony Ferkser in the final seconds of the first half. And the Crusaders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taking it about the 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man here, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Gibson to start the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Eluding the pressure right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up third down.
Once more, Gibson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball.
Touchdown, Washington! The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
First down. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And all the way down to the 37. And what a big-time play there. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Burrow on play action. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Catch made, it's Moreau. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
To throw, Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Crusaders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.